Good morning, everyone. Today is the first IP online class. Today we will start with the first chapter, that is working with NumPy. What is NumPy? Before that, let us see. Python has two important libraries. One is pandas and second is NumPy. Due to these two important libraries, Python has become an important choice for many data manipulation and machine learning tasks. The pandas library has a certain dependency on NumPy libraries, due to which we are starting with the NumPy. Then we'll move to pandas. So what is this NumPy? NumPy stands for numerical Python. It is a core library for the scientific computing in Python, and it consists of multi-dimensional array object as along with the tools for working with these arrays. And what is this array? Array is simply a collection of multiple homogeneous elements. Homogeneous means elements of same type. NumPy array is simply a grid of values of same type or same data type, and is indexed by the tuple of non-negative integers. The number of dimension of an array is the rank of the array. The shape of the array depend upon the tuple of integers giving the size of the array along with each dimension. So there are two categories of NumPy array. One is one-dimensional array, second is a multi-dimensional array. One-dimensional array is known as vectors, and also it have a single row or column only. Whereas multi-dimensional array is also called matrices. It can have multiple rows and columns. You can see in the diagram, this is a 1D array containing the 4 values. This is a 2D array containing 6 values. Similarly, this is a 3D array. You see one thing, in a 1D array there is a axis, and there is in 1D array there is only one axis, that is axis 0. In 2D there is a two axes are there, axis 0 and axis 1. Similarly, in 3D there are three axes are there, axis 0, axis 1 and axis 2. Now if I have to use the NumPy in Python, I have to install NumPy first. And to install the NumPy, we can use the command pip install NumPy at command prompt. Now let us see what is 1D array. Any array can be of either single or multi-dimensional. It depends upon the number of axes. The number of subscript or the index determines the dimension of the array. An array of one dimension is known as one-dimensional array or 1D. You can see in this diagram. So this is an array with a name num containing the 5 elements. The element 1 is stored at index 0, element 2 is stored at index 1, similarly, and element 5 is stored at index 6. Element 5 is stored at index 4. Now we will see how we can create a 1D array. 1D array can be simply created with the one function, array function. So array function contains a list containing the elements of same type. You can see in this example. And before creating the array, we must import the NumPy package. And to import the NumPy package or library, so I should write import NumPy as np. So np is a name given to this library, so that we don't need to write the NumPy library again and again. Simply we can write np instead of NumPy. So see the second line, a is equals to np dot array. In a parenthesis, a list is given 500, 200 and 300. So array with the name a will be created with the 3 elements. now I have to print the type of this A. So if I write type A, that we have learned in a in class 11th only, so this will print the type of A, that is numpy array. Now simply if I have to print the size of this array, so A dot shape, this will print 3, that means dimension of the array. If I have to print all the values of on each element, each indexes, I have to write print A0, A1, A2. This will print all the values stored at different indexes. Now if I have to change the value of a particular index, I can write like this: A0 is equals to 150. It means the value at index 150 will be changed to the value at index 0 will be changed to 150. If I print A, the new output will be 150, 200, 300. Now let's see creating a 1D array. So creation of 1D array using function. There is that certain functions are there. You can see here. One is empty function, zeros function with some parameters, ones function, full, and random function. We'll see one by one. So empty function, this function is used to create an array of this function is used to create an empty array with random values. So this 5 determines the number of element to be stored, that is the size of the array. Similarly, np.zeros 5, it means zeros is a function that will create an array with initial value as 0, that is it will print 0 0 0 like this. Similarly, a2 is equals to np.zeros, and 5 along with that I have given a data type np.int. That means it should store a value of integer type, so it will store 0 in an integer form. Similarly, np.ones5, this will create an array of all ones. So np.full 5,7, this means it will create an array of size 5 and store the value 7 on all the indexes. Similarly, there is another function, random function, that is used to create an array containing the random values. Now let us compare the numpy array with a list that we have learned in class 11th. So numpy array works on homogeneous types that we had discussed previously, whereas the list works on a heterogeneous types. NumPy array does not support adding and removing of elements, whereas a list allows adding and removing of elements. NumPy array cannot contain the element of different types. NumPy, whereas the list can contain the element of different types. A smaller memory consumption, whereas a list consumes more memory. NumPy array has a better runtime, whereas a list are not so speedy as compared to NumPy array. Now let us see the different method to create a array. So first we'll see creating a 1D array from the string. To create a 1D array from the string, we can use the from string function. So import numpy as a np, data is equals to np dot from string. We can give the argument, and one argument is d type, that is data type. One is a suppression, that is spaces. These two argument can be changed. Now similarly, we can use the arange function. In arange function, we can give start, stop, step, and data type. These four arguments can be given. And now listen, and let's see the example. Import numpy as np. So x is equals to np dot arange 5. This means it will create a array with the element 5 elements. And now listen here, we have not given a start value. So what it will start from 0 dash as we are using the range function in the for loop. Similarly it will work. So it will start from the 0 till 4, that is size minus 1. In the second program we can see x is equals to np dot a range 10 comma 20 comma 2. Here the start value, end value, that is a stop value, and the step value is also given. So it will start from 10, 12, 14, 16 and till 18. 20 will not be included. Okay. Now let's see how we can create a 1D array from the array. That is, one array, existing array is there, and how we can create another array from the existing array. For this, see the program. Import numpy as np, x is to np dot array. I have given 3 values 1, 2, 3. So there is a copying this array x to a variable y. Now similarly z is equals to np dot copy x. Now changing the value x 0 is equals to 10, and print x, print y and print z. So when we run this program, what we'll see when we modify the x, y changes but not z. So that we'll see in the practical also. So next class we'll see it. Now similarly slicing of numpy array element is just similar to the slicing of list element. So slicing means just making a substring or making a sub array, we can say. So import numpy as np data np dot array. You can see here one dimensional array is there in the form of the list 52739. So print data. Here only one separation is given, colon sign is given, not the starting, not the ending is given. It means it will print all the elements. Similarly in the second, print data is a array. So print 1 colon 3. It will start from the index 1 until index 3. So on index 1, 0, 1, that is 2. Index 2, it will start from index 1 till 3. So output will be 2, 7. So similarly data colon 2, so it will give the output 5, 2. Similarly data minus 2 colon, so it will start from the last index, that is minus 1, minus 2. So it will start from minus 2, that is 3 and 9, both will come. Now 1D array joining. How we can join two 1D arrays? So joining of two or more 1D arrays is possible with the help of concatenate function. So concatenate, you can see in the example, there is a two function. A is equals to np dot array 1, 2, 3. Second is b is equals to np dot array 5, 6. The two arrays are there. So simply concatenate function can be used to join these two. So let's see. C is equals to np dot concatenate in a bracket, in a square bracket, a comma b comma a. So a is 1, 2, 3, b is 5, 6, and a again 1, 2, 3. So if I print a C, so output will be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3. So this is a concatenate function to join two one-dimensional array. Now there is another one example to print all the subset of 1D array. For example, let's see a set A containing the 1, 3, 5. So what will the possible subset of A? That is the blank subset, empty subset, that is 1, 3, 5, or set 1, 3, set 3, 5. So how we can print this? So this is a program. So this will do in the next class also. Let me explain. So in this program we have created one function, that is sublist function, and in the sublist function passes the list element. Okay, so this is a sublist that will create a blank array. So these are two loops are used. This you can easily understand with the practical. So next session I will explain you with the practical. So one by one I will print all the elements one by one. You can easily understand. Now see the basic arithmetic operation of on 1D array. So on a 1D array, we can see in this we can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and addition of elements on on each indexes. So the first is two arrays are there, x and y. Z is equals to x plus y. When we print, so the output will be, so 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 3 3 6, 4 4 8. It will come 2 4 6 8. Similarly, subtraction, z is equals to x minus y. It will give the output, so 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 2 0. Similarly, all the indices 0. Now similarly, z is equals to x into y. It will give 1 into 1 1, 2 into 2 4, like this, 4 into 4 16. So 1 4 9 16, it will give the output. Similarly, x minus y, so sorry, x divided y, so it will divide the x, each element of x with each element of y, and give the output as 1 1 1 1. Similarly, if I write z is equals to x plus 1, what it will do, it will increase the value each element of x by 1. So 1 becomes the 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 5. Similarly, you can see here aggregate operations on 1D array. Aggregate means there are certain functions are there that we can perform, and similarly these are the arithmetical operations are there. There is some functions are there. So for example, there is a one array x is equals to np dot array 1 2 3 4. Aggregate function means, or aggregate operation, that will execute on simply one array only. Print x dot sum, it will print the sum of all the elements of array x. Similarly, x dot min, it will print the minimum value of array x. Similarly, x dot max, it will print the maximum value of x. X dot mean, it will give the minimum value, mean value, that is the average value of array x. Similarly, np